Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you to the Commissioner today.
Who's those are? Are those Charlie's?
How long have 501c4s been around?
Oh, I'm not exactly sure, but it's decades.
So they've been around a while. How long do you think an application should reasonably take for approval?
We have a standard of 120 days.
And obviously, many of these cases exceed
Yes,
the 120.
absolutely, and that was unfortunate. It needs to be fixed.
And you've indicated that no intentional wrongdoing has taken place to your knowledge?
Yeah, again, the evidence hasn't surfaced yet, but I would caution that more analysis, review, and investigation is needed.
So that would be an inconclusive finding in terms of the...
Right. In other words, if the taxpayer is going to ask us, has there been any evidence yet, we're going to say, no, not yet, but more needs to be done. So if that could be termed inconclusive, I'm not going to argue with that characterization.
And sifting through the many documents that we've had over the last few weeks, we know that there have been very exhaustive lists of questions asked of applicants. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And we're talking about requesting lists of books read and reports associated, requesting membership lists, volunteer lists, whether or not an applicant intended to run for office or a family member of theirs would run for office. Would you agree that it took a vast number of resources to even come up with those questions?
I don't know how many resources it took, but I would agree that we needed to stop asking a great number of questions that we were asking and revisit and change how we approach our outreach to taxpayers.
Okay, and I appreciate that. It just strikes me as difficult to sort through all of this when we are being asked for more resources for the IRS, when it would seem to me that there were some existing resources perhaps that were misappropriated, certainly misapplied as it relates to the overreach in terms of asking applicants the questions. And so moving forward, I would hope that we can accomplish our objective of reducing the complexity of our tax code that I think leads to this very situation in terms of the complexity leading to the misapplication of resources. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.
Thank